Welcome back, you gorgeous weirdos. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm so glad you're here. So as you can see, I've got this new dip kit from Modelones. They sent it over and so kindly offered to sponsor this video, which I'm always so excited about because y'all know that I love Modelones, especially their dip kits. You know I'm crazy for their acrylics, but their dips are really so good. And if you are new to dip powder and you're looking for a great starter kit, this really does include everything up until your cuticle oil. Really, you need for nothing else. And I'm going to show you how you can use this dip kit exclusively or how you can mix and match certain products to really customize your own dip process. But we'll get into that a little bit later on in the video. As you can see, as mentioned, this includes a lot of dip powders, all your dip liquids, a bunch of accessories. So I chose 2 colors out of this dip kit. And we're going to do a really basic application, but I'm going to use the gel method first. I'm using the Modelones gel liquids. This is gel base coat going down. I do put a very thin is key, less is more, thin application of the gel base coat on the nail. Once I get it on the entire nail from cuticle to free edge, remember you do not want to touch any skin, no skin contact with your gel liquids. Once you have the gel on, you're going to want to pour over your dip powder. I am not a fan of dipping into dip powder with gel liquids. I just feel like it can get really messy and problematic really fast, especially if you're trying to avoid skin contact. So pouring over is probably your best bet with this method, and then I can move on to the next nail. If you are a bump your hand risk, flash cure your nails. That way you don't run the risk of messing up one of your nails in between nails. You can flash cure for 10 to 15 seconds in your LED UV lamp, or if you have extra confidence today, or if you're just feeling yourself and you want to take the chance to live on the edge, then you can do all your nails and cure all at once. You do want to cure for a full 60 seconds when you're doing dip powder over a gel base coat, just to make sure you're really penetrating through that dip powder to get through and cure all of that gel, because uncured gel product left on the nail can lead to contact dermatitis or gel allergies, and that is a problem nobody wants. Once you have a gel allergy, you will likely have that allergy for life and you will not be able to use gel products anymore, and a whole other array of issues that you just don't want to have to deal with. So no skin contact with gel products, and make sure that gel is completely cured when you're using the gel base coat underneath dip powder. I do like to start in the center of the nail just to make sure I'm not flooding my cuticles, get off as much product as possible before I go in anywhere near my skin. Just as a cautionary, again, trying to avoid any skin contact. So I'm going to go ahead and get this cured for a full minute, and then we're going to do coat number 2, which is exactly the same as coat number 1. Now, you do not need to use gel liquids to do any of this. You can use your dip liquids. That's totally fine. Matter of fact, I know that dipping into clear dip powder with gel is not something that I advise doing, because clear just does not play well with gel liquids. It can look grainy or gritty or bubbly. It's just not a smooth finish on the nail. However, once your gel nails are completely cured, you can go in with your dip liquids and clear dip powder. That's right, you can mix and match gel liquids and dip liquids for the same manicure, but we'll get there when we get there. So as mentioned, I'm going to go ahead with coat number 2. I'm going to speed this up, and then we're going to get into the second color. This dip kit, especially if you're really into fall colors, Halloween type manicure designs, which you're going to see a lot on my channel coming up in the very near future, this kit would be great for you. It really does have a lot of these very cozy fall-esque type tones that I think you guys might really love. I can't wait to play more with these. There are some colors. There's a lot of glitters in here too, so if you're a glitter girl, you're going to like this dip kit. I'll leave everything linked down below per my usual in case there's anything you feel like you need to check out or pick up. But onward. Coat number 2, I'm going to get this done same exact way as I did coat number 1, and then we're moving on to the next color. So I finished up the application of this beautiful like sagey green gray color. It's so beautiful. This is so my jam. I love this color combination too. So as you can see, those nails are completely cured. They are dry. I'm getting rid of all the excess dip powder. And now we're going to move on to the second color. I don't know if it's a me thing. I don't know if it's an anyone thing, but I just feel like this gray sagey green just goes so beautifully with a light baby pink. So that's the color combo I decided I wanted to do today. And if you want to see how to do some very, very simple plaid nail art, stick around to the end. It's literally the quickest little nail art design ever, but I just felt like it needed something. So hang around till the end of the video and I'll show you how to do some line work to make these really, I don't know, just special. But this pink, I know that pink dip powder, especially pastels, very light colors, can be challenging to work with. Sometimes they apply patchy or chalky, but I never, and I mean never, have an issue with Model 1's dip powders or acrylics. Acrylic is dip, dip is acrylic. For the most part, they are very interchangeably used. You can use one for the other, the other for the other, the other for the other. You can use dip as acrylic with monomer. You can use acrylic as dip powder. I've done it so many times that I've never had an issue. Granted, I don't do acrylic with monomer, so I can't speak from experience when it comes to that, but they are essentially formulated very, very similarly. Sometimes there are added benefits to one or the other. One might be more finely milled than another, but chemically speaking, they are pretty much identical, as well as gel. These are all the same products, and that's why you can really use them interchangeably all together. Anyways, I digress. The point I was trying to make is I've never had an issue with Model 1's dips or acrylics. They always apply so evenly, so beautifully. They're not chalky, they're not patchy, they don't have weird pigment issues. So I so appreciate the fact that I can grab any one of my Model 1's dip powders or acrylics and have the confidence that my manicure is going to turn out great, unless I have a spaz moment and mess everything up. But I never have to worry about the products. I have complete confidence in this company, and if you haven't tried Model 1's yet, I would highly encourage you to do so. There's a reason I use them so often. Yes, I know this is a sponsored video. However, if you go back on my channel and watch any of my videos, you're going to see a whole lot of Model 1's non-sponsored content, because I'm so passionate about their product. I really am. And not to mention the fact that they're very good to me. I super appreciate everything they do to support me and my channel, but their products are really top notch. If you are new to dip powder, I'd highly encourage you checking them out. So I'm going to proceed with coat number 2, and when I come back, I'm going to show you how to mix and match liquids. So stick around. Okay, so I got the gel completely cured. I'm getting rid of all that excess dip powder. Now, if you wanted to keep using your gel liquids, you can encapsulate this with gel top coat or gel base coat, but I wanted to do a little bit of clear over my dip powder nails just because I like the added strength. So I'm going to go in with my dip base coat. This is the Model 1's dip base coat that comes in the kit. And I'm going to go right over top that dip powder and gel with the base coat and then dip into the clear. I know, it's mind-blowing. I never thought to do this. I've been doing nails for so long, the last 100 years, And I never thought to go back in with my dip base coat and clear. Now, if you're wondering why you would do this, why would anyone do this? Because why not just use gel, or why not just use dip liquids? It's a matter of personal preference. If you prefer the application with gel liquids, if that's what makes you comfy, that's your preferred method, that's totally fine. But if you wanted to add clear, it's difficult to do that with gel liquids. So just slap on one little coat of your dip base coat, and then you can dip right into your clear dip powder. Again, you can encapsulate with gel. However, I find, for my nails at least, my nails prefer the strength of acrylic. Acrylic is much stronger than gel is. So if you do not need that added structure, you don't need to worry about using clear dip powder necessarily. You can encapsulate with gel. But if your nails require a little bit of extra strength, acrylic is the way to go, / dip powder. I use those two terms interchangeably, by the way, dip powder and acrylic. So you can go ahead and use your clear acrylic, just put it on with your dip base coat. So I'm going to get this applied. I'm going to dust off all the excess. I'll throw an activator. Usually you do not need to use activator when you're using the gel method. The lamp, the UV LED, replaces your activator. However, because I'm using dip base coat now, I am going to have to activate the clear. So after I get this clear on, I'm going to dust off excess, activate, let that dry. I'll do my filing and buffing off camera, which is very minimal. I clean up my free edge with a file, and then I buff over everything with a buffing block. That's literally it. Then we're going to do a little bit of nail art. So I went ahead and I got all my filing and buffing done. Here is what the nails are looking like. I did cleanse them really well to get rid of any dust or debris. Now we're going to do a little line work, and this is going to be so simple. I'm going to take some white gel polish. This is model 10555, I believe. I'll leave it linked down below. And I'm just going to do one line kind of off center from the cuticle to the free edge. I know it's a little difficult to see over the pink nail. It's easier to see it in person. The lighting, does things. But I'm going to do it also on the nail next to it, the sagey gray nail, so you can see it a little bit better. I'm going to do this in sections because I am accident prone and I don't want to smudge my gel polish. So I'm going to cure it in between each step. So I'm going to do just the one line first, cure it for 30 seconds, and then we're going to move on to the next line. If you are feeling super confident and you want to do all the lines before curing, absolutely go for it. But if you mess up at some point along the way, you're going to have to take the whole thing off and start all over again. That's why I like to cure in sections / steps. It just makes my life easier, and I know that if I screw something up, I don't have to start all over again. So after I had that cured, now I'm going to go in kind of towards the top of the nail, which is by the cuticle area, and I'm going to do a horizontal line. So this is kind of going to look like plaid / a Christmas present. Not Christmas related, but that kind of look. This is going to also get a 30-second cure. And then we're going to do one final line, and you can do as many or as few as you want. You can really make this your own. You can do lines on the top, on the bottom, on one side or another. This is where you have complete and total creative freedom over your nail art. I was feeling just super simple, wanted a couple of little lines just for a little added interest, but that's really it. So once I get these done, I'm going to cure for 30, come back and I'll do one final line on each nail, and then we're going to top coat. So I got on the top coat. I used the Modelones No Wipe Gel top coat. I washed my hands to make sure I had no gel residue on my nails, and this is the finished look. It's so simple, but I just think it looks so classy and elegant and beautiful. I love this color combo literally with my whole entire heart. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for spending some of your day with me today. I hope the rest of your day is as beautiful as you are, and I will catch you in the next one. Love you, bye.